Welcome again to another Bible contemplation. Sorry I've missed a few weeks, but there have been other things that hopefully you were able to watch instead. So we're still in 1 Peter, in chapter 4, and today verses 7 to 9. But let's just take a moment to connect with God. Let his love and presence bubble up inside us, assuring us that we are loved and that love is most important. And our prayer: Jesus, may all that is in you bubble up inside us. May your body and blood be our food and drink. May your passion and death be our strength and life. Jesus, with you at our side, enough has been given. May the shelter we seek be the shadow of your cross. Let us not run from the love which you offer, but hold us safe from the forces of evil. On each of our dyings, shed your light and your love. Keep calling us until that day comes, when with your saints we may praise you forever. Amen. And the passage: the end of all things is near. Therefore be alert and of sober mind, so that you may pray. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins. Offer hospitality to one another without grumbling. The end of all things is near. When the New Testament was written, there was a strong sense that the world was about to be wound up in judgment as a result, really, of Jesus coming into the world. He came in a short time and then judgment. And that can feel really difficult for us because, of course, in 2,000 years, it hasn't happened. Will it ever, we might say. What do we then make of these words? Well, I think they point us to the need to keep in mind the impermanence of the material world, because there are greater things to come, greater things now than the sort of physical, solid things we have all around us. And when we get that sense of the deeper, invisible things, then our thinking and our praying are better focused. So, if material things are a bit impermanent, what is more permanent? Peter says it is the links between us. Particularly, I think he's talking of the links between us as Christians, the bonds of love and affection, which he goes on to suggest are so often expressed in hospitality, in different forms. And I don't think we should be stuck in New Testament hospitality. We live in a different age. How can we be hospitable in our new age? We need to work that out. The end of all things is near. Therefore be alert and of sober mind, so that you may pray. Above all things, love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins. Offer hospitality to one another without grumbling. So, what can we take into meditation, contemplation? I want to go to that bond between us, the love between us, that we might see that as more real than the material things that so often are all-consuming. And I would go for the words deep love. Deep is used in the passage. The literal meaning is more like fervent, sort of active, deep love. But I think deep just works for me sort of poetically. So let's spend a few moments with those words: deep love. Deep love. Sorry about Winston barking in the background there. The end of all things is near. Therefore be alert and of sober mind, so that you may pray. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins. Offer hospitality to one another without grumbling. So let's reflect on what seems real and important to us and what seems less real and important. And maybe let God redress that balance if that needs to be redressed in our lives to help our thinking and our praying. God of love, you see the love between us as more important than the physical things which so often consume our thoughts day in, day out. Give us vision to see the importance of love in all its expression, so that we may serve you more faithfully. For Jesus' sake. Amen. Thanks for joining us, or me.